It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you? Run like the wind.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
It's over. You're finished. Double kill. This one. Sickle. Stay down.
These men don't have the look of hired so.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their hope. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic and they got wounded with them! They're not—
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the—
I will.
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the...
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without her.
Don't you worry about that.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs. Alone.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Kill!
Too slow. Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first rounds to wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone. Hopefully we'll have enough to...
How many of your men?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned...
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land.
and as easy...
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more...
Well, when you put it like that...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You, or my uncle.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many.
Akashic, but different.
Alton, and what of your mistress?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about...
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave. It's all right.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take...
She speaks the truth, you know. This here. It's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh? I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did.
That thing... It...
Did you see the creatures that had...
Creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then...
Do you remember where you...
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right.
Don't leave me, Pa.
You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so the back of them glowing things found me in the meadow.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Good girl.
Faster!
Clive, look!
I see them. With me! Now, Thorvald!
Should I prime?
Save your strength. Now, Thorvald!
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The cap...
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it... Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my... But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning.
Cid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Jill.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guilt.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. But the fact is, I have more immediate
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason it's these accursed skies. The darkness or an entire city.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like,
What would Cid the Outlaw...
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all...
That sounds like a recipe for...
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realized, while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible before presenting them with a third.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
When all that fear and anger can be directed.
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say.
Picture it, Conrad. Is she, Conrad? May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the...
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about...
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hide.
True as the crystals, nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from... You know of the 7 high houses? There must be 2 swords. Granted, we have a few boys left.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gap that a band of beardless youth?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards.
I can't believe that, actually.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the... And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Cid. Well played, my lady.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Here he... Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious
Lord Underhill.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the... It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow.
All right. If it will help to protect... But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not...
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat with time.
Time no longer appears...
I take it your scouts found the band.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All.
You're not sick.
They don't just want food, they want the...
I have a favor to... I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert. In a move, doubtless, intent...
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the dead.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if
that is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throat.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept...
I thought you might say.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do this.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
They mean to overwhelm us. This one.
The townspeople. Could they have held up?
I don't hear any fighting.
Then we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there.
Without you, there would have been no line to... You saved us, Conrad.
We all said.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both.
I take it from your presence that,
The plan worked, granted it only took an army of bloodthirsty
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over... We are united. As for you, Sid, you fight.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
cunning, Sid. Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight and short. My first thought was that they'd taken which all... they...
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Oh, that blasted... Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and you remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you...
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too... So...
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Wow. That's a kindly old fella who haunts the...
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can find...
You do that.
What do I owe the honor? Not saying Fordian, do you? No scratches, right? And?
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goo? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit... Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin, but she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know what she says.
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then?
Can't complain. What exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. All right.
Oh, are you?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading...
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye, but that woman is no more. And you know that.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than...
Of course. I spoke with...
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done things she...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't... But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them?
No. But people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about... So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone...
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever...
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it?
I suppose it is. Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manser? Where would he be in Martha's rat? Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valicia, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Now,
dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Middledor's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledore's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. So...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces...
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pan.
Very good. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well...
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right.
Her hair.
Yeah?
What do you think?
With a little...
You hear that?
Until then.
Hey!
You don't think Sid...
see that?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them.
Oh, no.
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one...
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them following her.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that...
No. To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. But that should come as no surprise.
Which explains... she's working to give them a better life.
You've given...
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Come on.
Faster! We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
You deserve a rest.
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia.
No mistakes.
Come on. Yeah!
Be safe.
Faster!
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You deserve a rest. You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned. There's a village not far from here. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there. Let's go.
Yeah!
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
All yours, Torgal!
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what...
Another survivor?
His wounds were too...
He was right to send you. Though Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here. You seem familiar.
You must have me confused.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore. You're Sid.
I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Fine. If you insist.
For Tyson!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on. Kill me!
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel, and I will not strike a man who cannot defend himself.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday. You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Back to the stables, girl. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard was
Fuck! The finest cell soldiers.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll... And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here, plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that, but feeling bold, traveller? Now, if that's all,
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke?
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful.
You too, Goots.
The finest cell swords in store. Fuck!
The gentleman of the town guard. What a mess.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Good girl. Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death? Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now, and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to...
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lump in the right direction once he arrived in... Then you turned up. Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word...
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined that loathsome harpy's very existence as a crime. Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all...
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, sir. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
do that again, I'll whip you to within an inch of your...
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt
You heard the herald.